We're coming to you in a very unique way tonight. What we've been experimenting and that's using the term very loosely. What we've been experimenting with is different ways that we could communicate with you guys. One of the things that we've been working on is something it's called, well, it comes from Telestream, and it's called Wirecast. And it is amazing what it can do. Unfortunately, it's also very expensive. So that's what we were trying to figure ways to use some of the previous versions we had, and it didn't work out. Also, we are experimenting right now with what you're seeing here. This is not our big expensive cameras. No. And it's not our medium priced cameras. It's not even a $10,000 camera. It's not even a $2,000 camera. It's not even a camera. This is my phone. We have an app that's been designed for exactly what this is, to put out there on streaming. But you're watching us right now. Most of you are watching us on our Galaxy 19 satellite. We have a few million subscribers or followers on the satellite. But some people are actually watching us as well on Facebook and other sources. There's an antenna that we have still in Ohio. So, alhamdulillah for all of this. I've just given you a little update on what's going on and why it's important for us to share. Now, when I say share, I'm not asking for money. And I'm not asking you to give me any of your food either. What I'm talking about is taking the links that you have on your social media and so on and share that. Or share in an email telling people how they can watch what we're watching right now, what you're watching. The more that we work on this together, the more you're going to see a bigger success for this in the United States. Now, when something is successful, you'll have a lot of people copy it right away. Yes, that's always a fact. I don't care what it is. If you have a lemonade stand that's making money, everybody wants to open a lemonade stand. If you got a taco wagon, where they pull up and they open up the awning and they sell tacos and coffee, and if he's making any money, you're going to see everybody come out with a truck. They want to do the same thing. Somebody starts mowing lawns and he's doing really good and get a new truck, and before you know it, everybody wants to copy that guy. You know how it works, right? And if there's one car dealership over here, but he's selling a lot of cars, within a year, he's going to have everybody around him, every kind of business around him is going to be selling cars. That is the human nature. We have a thing in us that says, oh, if he's doing it, I can do it better. I don't know why we think like that, but we do. Anyway, so right now, there's only one television channel for Islam in America. Now, that should hit you. That should really make you stop and go, huh? Wait a minute. Are you saying, no, you're not serious? And I'm saying, yeah, I am as serious as a heart attack. Because for instance, in Canada, I started doing television in Canada on their, what was it called? PAC TV, I think, or something like that. In 2000, and it was 2000, the year 2000. That's 19 years ago. And we were on PTV. I think that's the one that was called PTV. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Then in the UK, 19 years ago. And we were also on Imam Qasim Ahmed's television channel. He had Islam, he called it Islam QA. Islam Qasim Ahmed. Islam IQA? Yes. Yeah. Islam IQA. Islam Imam Qasim Ahmed. I think that's what it was. Something like that. IQA. Anyway. So all these channels that were popular then, now look at how many they have today. They have, like, in Ramadan, they'll have 25 television channels broadcasting for Muslims in Ramadan. in the UK. And they don't have near as many Muslims as we do here in the United States. So why do we only have one television channel? And I'm admitting it's not the very best channel out there, but it's the best in America because it's the only one. Guidus TV. You're paying attention to that, right? Guidus TV is the only one. And until people see it as being successful, they don't want it. One of the things that we don't do, we don't accept commercials. We don't accept any advertising. And we do broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year long. And we try to come up with new content and mix it in with some of the previous content on a daily basis. And then we have our live shows like this one right here. Of course, I'm just talking about the station right now, so it's kind of like an editorial free-for-all, something like that. I wanted to be sure that you understood how critical and important it is for us to have a voice in America. Without our voice, I want you to think about this. Without our voice, we really have no effect on the people around us, because no matter what we're doing, if we're walking around silent and everybody else is talking, we're going to look like dummies. That's what we look like. We look like dummies because, hey, you're just walking around, you don't say nothing, but everybody else is saying something. And unfortunately, there are some people making a lot of money by attacking Muslims. Immediately after any kind of a bad thing happens, they want to say Muslims did that. In New Zealand, for instance, we know that just a few weeks back, there was something horrible happened over there. More than 50 people were killed. And so many more, over 450, I think, were injured. Some amazing number. I'm not trying to quote numbers on that right now, but just that it was really sad. Do you know that in the very beginning that there were some people who tried to twist that around and say that some Muslims came in and killed other Muslims? They didn't fly. I mean, they didn't get away with it. But still, the idea that they would even try that. And what just happened yesterday in Sri Lanka, that was horrible. But immediately there were those who were trying to say these were Muslims who did it. One of the things that the Sri Lankan government did was to shut down WhatsApp, social media altogether, nothing coming out of there. Why? Because they said we don't want misinformation going out. Is that important? Duh. Because the first thing that comes out is what a lot of people gravitate to that, and then they share it. Even though it hasn't been vetted, even though it hasn't been investigated at all. And then what they do, they say that that's the truth. Then when the real truth comes out about a subject, oh, well, maybe that's not true. No, I like that other version. What are you talking about? It wasn't true. So, unfortunately, you can't stop people from speaking their mind or their opinions. But if you don't put your opinion out there, dummy, this is what they're going to say. This is your best friends, okay, who know you're walking around, you're not the bad guy, but you don't say anything, dummy. So this is how critical it is for us right now, before Ramadan even starts, to begin to think of how can I promote our voice here in America? What can I do? What can I say? How can I make this thing get better? What is the solution? Now, I'm not the only one that's working on this. We have a lot of folks that are working and giving us ideas, and I need you to join me too. I want you to give me your ideas. Now, if you didn't know this, we also have a medium, I don't want to say famous by any stretch of the imagination. I think Zachar Naik with Peace TV has something like, on Facebook alone, just Facebook, like 20 million or something like that followers. And then his channel in the Hotbird in Europe and on the Arabsat and Nilesat, broadcasting 24/7 on all these different places in Africa, Europe, and the Asian continent. I think that they estimated something like 700 million homes or something like that. Maybe more, I don't know. But now that's like double the entire population of the United States. And we're talking about when you count all the babies and all the people, human beings in the United States, versus he's in double that amount of homes. Yeah, but not here in America. Not here in America. He had the same antennas that we were on, Dallas and Houston and Fort Worth and in Los Angeles and New York, and we were on all these stations together, you know. Now, since these stations raised their prices and we saw a drop at the same time, they want to go up in price, but there was a drop in over-the-air antennas, I think he was right in canceling all those. Unfortunately, that means he doesn't have anything here in the United States now. So what we did, we came out with something. Let me see if I can show it to you. What the heck did I do with that? Oh, here it is. Look, take a look at this. I had to put my glasses back on. I don't need glasses, all right, except to see. That's all I need them for. Oh, there you are. How you doing? All right, let me show you this. All right, that little, I sure hope it's coming out right, because what I'm seeing is the reverse. I sure hope you're seeing it the right way. The Halal TV box. Okay, and these are a lot of the channels that we have on it. Now, this is not, let me tell you that, this is not just the United States, and it's not just Guidance TV. We are one of many of what's on this little box. That's why we put it out there, because we wanted people to be able to watch more than just Guidance TV. Here's the problem. Guidance TV is right. There's nothing wrong with the Guidance TV. The problem is our youth, our children, are not going to be satisfied with one channel. They're going to want cartoons, yeah, when they're little. As they get older, they're going to want to have something more interesting, you know, some youth programs, some interactive programs where they can have some fun and call in and listen to some nasheeds. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Then as they get a little bit older, they're going to want to have something where they can actually learn something, get a benefit out of it, and sports. Even the little guys like sports, right? So what we did with that, we put a bunch of sports channels on there. The languages that we have include, this is so we can put it around the world, and also for all of the people who are coming to this country from different countries. Of course, we have English. We have English on at least 30% of these channels. Then we have Arabic on about another 20-25% of the channels. We have French, Urdu, and Turkish, Somali, Hausa, Swahili, Chinese. Yeah, Chinese. You say, what do we need that for? You'd be surprised in California alone how many people know the Chinese language. And when they see this, they go, hey, that's our language. Let's watch that. And that'll be cool, you know. And so they do. And even though it's Islam, they go, well, it's nice. We'll watch it, you know. So we have lots of programs where the brothers are giving us information, but they're sitting in a nice setting or out in the deserts and by the seaside in the forests and talking to us and bringing an emotional feeling along with a very intellectual understanding of some of these topics in Islam. It is really, I'm serious, it is really cool. And I think that the more that you realize how important it is to keep these children, these young people, and the new Muslims challenged, to keep them involved. I want to keep them involved in learning and in sharing and having fun with it. You know what I mean? And we can do that if what? If they have variety. They say variety is the spice of life. And I'll put it back up there again. I don't think you can see the details of those channels, but just having some channels out there to choose from, I think will make a lot of difference. Now, okay, if you're wondering, how can we get this box? How can I get this thing? Well, I want to make it easy for everybody. So what we did, I bought a bunch of these, and we had them reprogrammed and then reprogrammed again, and we're still working on things to make it even better. What we said was, look, if anybody is supporting our dawah, we have 4,200, more than 4,200 websites out there, domains, and the active websites, probably more than 100 different, what do they call it, genre, which is going to be topics like the Shahada, Dawah, Salat, Wudu, the fiqh issues, the Aqidah issues, and anything about beliefs, and Tawheed. And in general, to cover these things in different ways. Because, okay, sometimes people like what I do, but some people don't. Some people want to see an old guy, with a white beard. Sometimes, yeah, I know. So sometimes, though, we'd like to see different people presenting. We'd like to see different environments. We'd like to hear a different voice. We want to hear it in different languages. And that is what we endeavored to come up with. So that's why we called it the Halal TV box. Halal TV box. That's what we called it. Now this one, it says, this first one that came out, we made it so that it was for Guide Us TV. And we call it Guide Us Media. We call it Guide Us Media. But then after we looked at it, we said, really what this is all about, it's a lot more. It's all halal. Even the news, the weather, the sports, the different lecturing, the different programs, everything on it is stuff that you could trust. When you go there, you're not going to see commercials that are showing women, not dressed properly, or guys that are doing something crazy. We want to stay away from all that, and especially away from the political things and the sensitive issues that to hurt people's feelings. It's not about debating. It's not about politics. No. So that meant I had to go through again and again. We, together as a collective, went through and checked so many channels, thousands, really. And finally, we came up with the very best. English, Arabic, Swahili, Turkish, Urdu, Chinese, Bangala. I forgot to mention Bangala earlier. The French, the Hausa, Somali language, all of these languages, people presenting Islam in the right way. Not just Islam, like, okay, here's this guy and he's going to tell you how you can float on a cloud, and here's another guy going to tell you that, you can't do anything, everything's haram, you don't live in the world, but, these mainline programs, and with sisters, of course they're wearing hijab, and brothers, of course they're dressed properly, and you'll be surprised how many non-Muslims like this. They go, whoa, that's nice, I like that. And this is what we're looking for. We're looking for everybody to participate and enjoy and take advantage of this thing. So, how much does it cost? He wants to know. I hope you want to know, because what we figured out was that they sell these for about $185 in different places in the United States. I think in Columbus, Ohio is where we priced the one, the really good one is $185. And then you have to pay a service every month. What we said was, I want everybody to have this, regardless of, I want to forget about the money. I really do. But unfortunately, we can't, because we have so many other things that are going on. So I said, let's do it this way. Let's give the box away free to anyone who is supporting our dawah. If you're already a dawah supporter of Guidance TV on a regular basis, all you gotta do is send us an email, let us know where you're at, what's your address, and we can verify that. We'll check it out and then send you the box. Oh, and how does it work? You're gonna love it. You open up this box, we'll send you the box, open it up, take the wire out, stick it into the electricity, turn it on, and then another wire goes into your television set. That's it. That's it. If you have internet in your house, so simple. If you don't have internet in your house, still simple. You can use your phone. What? Yes, that's right. It's not an app. But what it does, it can pull some phones. Now, not everywhere in the world do you have the same thing. But some phones have a built-in, what do they call it, a data plan, that you can just turn it on and feed. I use it, and when I go into hotels, I use this. And if they have Wi-Fi in the hotel, I use their, and it doesn't cost me anything. If they don't have the Wi-Fi, I use my phone. And I use that with the box, and I watch all these channels. And I don't have to worry about what's going to come up and say, oh, lower your gaze, Yusuf, lower. No, I don't have to do that. And I don't have to worry that somebody's going to use language that you don't want to hear. In fact, I've got at least 5 channels all the time that I can go into and hear the Quran, the Hadith, lectures about Islam, and stuff in my language. That's even before I talk about the 10 sports channels, the news and weather channels. This is a real good source to keep our kids well guided. And speaking of guided, that's the name of the channel, Guidance TV. We are free on the satellite. Free! We're free over the air on the antennas, different parts. Well, right now we're in Ohio. We're in Ohio. We're free on the apps for your phone. You can watch us on that. This, what we're doing right now, you can watch on your app. I'm broadcasting on a phone right now. I can't believe that, right? But we're broadcasting on a phone on a satellite. A multi-billion-dollar satellite, and we're broadcasting to you on a phone. I love it. Anyway, if you would like to join us and be part of what we're doing and get the reward from Allah, I want you to do that. Whether you want the box or not, you don't have to take the box. That's, if you've got something you like better, that's fine. But I would like for you to join us and get the reward for helping the dawah. $1 a day. That's it. Not $185. Nope. Just $1 a day. And pay it once a month, $30 every month. Send that, and that's it. Now, if you want to get more reward with Allah, send more. Simple as that. We'll use it for dawah. Some of it is for mailing out the free Qurans. Some of it's going to be the brochures that we send out to the prisons. Oh, we get a lot of people watching us in the prisons. You know that? There's people watching us right now in prisons here in the United States. Well, maybe not this late. No, Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. But during the daytime, when we have the reruns, you'd be surprised how many of them will send me letters asking for Qur'ans and Kufis and for brochures about Islam. They want to share it with their friends. Lots and lots and lots. About 5% of all the prisons in the United States have converts that are coming into Islam right now. And if you said, well, that's not very much. Excuse me? Do you know that there's about over 2 million people that are incarcerated in the United States right now? Now, what's 5% of 2 million? And then there's others in the jails and the state holding facilities and the, what do they call the one for immigration? Yeah. And Guidance TV is there if they want it, because they can pull it off satellite. Or, of course, they can get it on social media. If you're watching this on social media right now, and if you're using Facebook and watching this on social media, hit the heart button right now and let people see the hearts going up. Of course, you can't see it here on the satellite, but for those who are watching this on Facebook, let me tell you, we have Guide Us TV. That's on Facebook. Guide Us TV on Facebook. Guide Us TV 1, I think it is. And then we also have my own personal thing, which is called Y.Estes. While we're talking to you right now, I've got a big computer right behind this little camera, and I'm trying to get it to work, and I don't know why it's not coming up. I don't know why. No clue. But that's social media. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's not our fault. We don't have anything to do with that. So we have a television channel called Guidance TV. It's on a lot of places. We also have a lot of websites. I want to share with you the best one called ShareIslam.com. Well, we've been on about 30 minutes now, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. I want to pray for you and for me that Allah will guide us to do the very best that we can do with the life that He gave us. I'm going to ask Almighty Allah that He will inspire us to do more and get more reward with Him, that He'll help us to get through Ramadan with fasting and prayers and dhikr of Allah, and also reading the Quran, learning more about the Arabic language. All of these things that we're talking about, we put on the television channel, but we also personally have to keep up with it too. And if anybody would like to do internship to learn how to do broadcasting, to learn how to give dawah, to learn how to go out and give the talks and things, if they would like to be involved in this, you're most welcome. We would love to have you. Just come over to our website. Well, let's use the social media for that. Maybe that'll help you out a little bit. Or you can write to us, contact, C-O-N-T-A-C-T, contact, at, the at sign, and then G-U-I-D-E-U-S, guide us, like one word, guide us, .tv. Got it? Got it. All right. And don't forget about the Halal TV thing, too. If you want to do anything about that, I'll tell you how you can sign up for that real easy. You want to donate. That's the whole idea, because you're donating for dawah. You're donating for Islam. Right? Okay, so say this. Donate for Islam. Not the number 4, F-O-R. Donate for Islam. Then say